Hello, Narnach here. Welcome back to Grim Dawn. So the game is slightly more advanced than after last episode because I actually recorded a full episode, but for some reason I hit the button but it didn't stick, so I actually recorded an entire episode without recording. So I was talking to myself basically for 20 minutes. Yeah, I feel a bit silly. I missed out on a little bit. So, I'm gonna recap. I solved two quests. I solved the quest of killing the flesh-walked mutant zombies. Basically, only 3 of those needed more slaying. They died, and we got iron bits for them. And Mr. Harmon over here is very happy that the things are dead. And that was it for now. The other quest is that Kasparov got his apprentice back. She was actually stuck in a cellar in Burbage Village, where we will be returning shortly. And she actually offers some interesting services. We can take an item that has something socketed into it, and then we can say, keep the item, which will remove the thing that's socketed into it. Or we can say, keep the add-on, and that will destroy the item, but we can extract the socketed, the thing that's in the socket. So this is a way that after we're done using an item, we can extract whatever was socketed into it and put it in the next item that we're going to use. So that's a nice win. And in general, just upgraded my gear a little bit and found a blue item, War Chief's Glory, which adds 2 points to fighting spirit, and I haven't figured out yet what fighting spirit is. It might be a skill point, it might be a stat that I haven't figured out. Either way, I have two extra points to fighting spirit that I have no clue what to actually do. So, handing in the quests, I didn't get any follow-up quests because we still have our main quest, and that is to find and kill the Warden, or at least be creative with him. So, if we head back to Burbage, I did a bit of scouting. All the green bits are what I explored, and there's a couple of cellars underneath where the apprentice was slain. Another thing is that I switched my 2 big pets to aggressive mode and the Raven to defensive mode, with the idea of that the Raven is basically my healer and the other ones are just aggressive combat pets. And let's see. So these cellar door things, they're pretty well hidden. If you don't look for them, they're very easy to miss. Basically, I'm just recapping the... This is not even the level, is it? Oh, okay. Interesting. So they regenerated the level. So I think it was rotated because this circle of salt is where the apprentice was, I think. This was a circle of salt. Interesting. Okay. This is weird. I would swear that I was here just now. Apparently this was a different cellar. But it also had a circle of salt with someone in it. Claims. Ah, this is the first one I went through. Okay, I'm mixing up my cellars here. They're also dark and filled with stuff that wants to kill me. So, yeah, it all becomes a bit of a blur at some point. But anyway, the goal is to head further north. Let's see, and I think we can use this as a bridge. Head over here, ignore the mess on the floor. We cross the bridge. Hey, this Fury seems to have a response. Oh, also at some point, the Ethereals elevated me to a status of despised. So apparently there will be extra spawns of ethereal monsters. And if I kill enough of them and make them pissed off enough, there's a Harvey the Drifter here. Then they'll actually start sending extra rares and all kinds of good stuff. Let's see, Harvey the Drifter, you broke my door! Oh no, the Rotten Walkers are going to hear you. They're going to find little Walter and me. Wait, you rotten? No, you can find us if you were. They would never think to look here. Let's see, Devil's Crossing is safe. I can take you there. You're from Burwich. Have you been here the whole time? You won't have to worry about the rotted ones anymore. I'm here to purge them. Were you just talking to that doll before I walked in? Let's be nice. Let's see. No, I cannot go. Nowhere safe but here. This is where we have to stay. Yes. Okay. He's a bit mad. Ah, there's the doll. Let's see if we can get some intel. If he doesn't want to be helped, then see if we can make some use of him. Let's see. So, if you ask him for some intel. Yes, I know where they were coming. The rotted ones. I know it. I tried to warn everyone. Warn my family, but they all got me crazy. I wanted to save them, but I just couldn't stay here. Don't you see? I had no choice. I had to hide. After the rotted ones killed everyone in town, everyone but little Walter, I came back. It's clever, don't you see? They're in the swamp now, but they would never think to look in the town again. Yeah. Okay. Logic of a crazy person. Let's see, ask him about the Warden. No, not that one. Lives up the road on the hill in the evil house where people scream. Always screaming. I always knew that there was something off about him. People said I was crazy, but who's crazy now? Well, that's actually helpful. Thanks. Okay, so up the road. We can do that. Let's break another of his doors, just because I can. Let's see. So there are more trapdoors here. So this is the cellar where the apprentice was stored. Yeah, okay. So there's 1, 2, 3 entrances into down here, and the apprentice was stored down here. So I think you're now finally caught up again on what happened last episode, even though you missed the minute by minute or the blow by blow commentary. So let's see, that road just circles, so let's see how far we can get. Okay, bunch of staircases, big house. More flash warp mutants. Of course, now they're just going to be everywhere, won't they? More zombies coming in from the outside, also interesting. Let's see. Inquisitor Journals Part 3 and Part 4. Let's read them once everything is dead. Rather than undead. And there's a star on the map. Warden's cellar entrance. Okay, that's also convenient. And the question is, of course, what does Inquisitor's Journal do in the House of the Warden? Let's read. Let's see, Part 3. I finally arrived in Burwich after passing through the dismal area known as Whitemire. For years, tales of supernatural occurrences have circulated about Whitemire, and indeed, the name itself makes one uneasy. I hadn't put much stock in them, but my recent experiences lend some credence to the old tales. Nevertheless, I have reached my destination, and it seems the Warden of Devil's Crossing, who resides in Burwich, somehow anticipated my arrival. The footman greeted me as soon as I entered town and insisted I accepted Krieg's invitation to be put up at his manor. I find this very peculiar, but I have accepted the offer, as it may may be my best chance to investigate the manor itself. Going to make this entry short, as I've just been summoned to join Creek for supper in the dining hall. This should prove illuminating. Let's see. I've been a guest to Warden Creek at his manor for over a week now, and my suspicion that something terrible is going on here grow with each day. Every day I set out to some destination in or around Burwich to investigate. Yet another unusual crime or ominous rumor. Some are easily dismissed as more mundane human crimes or merely fantastic tales, but many of my investigations have come to darker conclusions. I feel that there is a pattern emerging here, but I cannot yet put the pieces together. These are peripheral cases, though, and the main purpose of my involvement in them is to give pretense to my prolonged stay in Burwich. Creek himself has become the focus of my primary investigation, despite an overwhelming conviction that Creek is not what he appears to be, and is almost certainly involved in some sort of unnatural activity. I have found no irrefutable evidence of wrongdoing that could be used to open an official inquisition. Much of the manor itself is closed off to me. There are rooms upstairs from which Creek and other visitors come and go, but I am not permitted to enter. Stranger yet, I've awoken in the night to sounds like the creaking of wagons moving along the road, but then looked out of my window down upon the village and see nothing. Where are the sounds coming from? The game of cat and mouse continues, but as of yet I am not certain who is the cat and who is the mouse. So slowly, a bit of story is forming. Weird stuff was going on. Wait. Where did they drop? Oh wow, that was down at the staircase. Warden Creek's journal. Oh, that's also bound to be interesting. Corpse on the bed. That's not very good. I have taken possession of my assigned vessel, the local prison warden. I appeared to him in his bedchamber and proposed the joining. I had anticipated fear and skepticism, but these humans are apparently all too ready to enter into any pact they believe will profit them. Creek is not a particularly strong-willed human, but he is persistent and constantly scratches at my consciousness. I have him under control though. Creek's position as an incarcerator of other humans will greatly facilitate our efforts. His expansive dwelling has a massive cellar that I believe we can use to fashion an underground transit to conceal our activities and the transport of bodies. There is much work ahead to prepare for our glorious dawn. But I rather enjoy this physical body. It has many advantages. Tum tum tum. So he seems to have been possessed by something. Usually when there's talk of pacts and possession, you immediately think demons. Amulet of the Eye, it's blue. That means I want to have a better look at it. Alright, so let's see, what was the amulet? It's epic. 4 to 5 elemental damage, 8% crits, bonus elemental damage, extra offensive ability, and extra light radius. It's better than the base amulet I've got, and I can extract the components from this one. So, you should be doing even more damage now. Let's have a look. Into the cellar we go. There's light flickering over there. Oh. Warden's cellar rift. Nice. We can actually get back to town if we want to. Also seems to hint at that this might be a rather large place if it actually has its own gate. Okay. Let's see. Let's search the outer rooms first before we move through the center rooms. Not afraid. Iron bits, always useful. There was more in that room. Some boxes. Doing now in the healing department. Better, I think. Something I remarked on in the episode that I actually forgot to record. That's when the Raven was still level 2 with healing of level 2. And then the Raven had some issues keeping up with the damage that enemies were putting out. The health bars of both me and the other two pets was just dropping faster than the Raven could replenish it. Giving the Raven an extra level and more importantly giving the healing ability an extra level seems to have made all the difference in the world. Which is pretty important given that things actually put out a lot of damage. And a bunch of these bombarding enemies, that doesn't really help either. Okay, I think there's more bombarding now. Let's clear this side corridor. Oh, spiders. We go from zombies to spiders. Interesting, arachnids actually have their own faction. They're not simply beasts. I think I mentioned that before, I noticed that before. Because I had some issues with the insectoids. Scavenger Alpha. And polished emeralds, that's always useful. Your mutagenic ichor, that's not enough for completing them, but it's enough. To at least boost them to a two-parter. Some kind of hidden connection here. Maybe we can knock through the wall. Doesn't look like it's too strong. No, alright, too bad. So there must be another way to get to the room over there. And back to zombies. So how hard could it be to find a warden in a cellar? Harder than you would expect, apparently. This is a pretty darn big cellar. I think this is actually bigger than his house. Like quite a bit. Yet another wall. That we can partially look through, but we can't move through. Okay. So there seems to be a connection here. Yeah. There is a connection here. A journeyman's pack. Interesting. A helmet, that's probably not an upgrade. Wow, that's a lot of statistics. Bunch of extra health and energy. But the physique and spirit also helps a lot though. With extra mana, extra regen, extra AV damage, extra health. Hey, Razorback. He's got a star floating over his head. Let's take out the trash minions first. Okay, electric spiders. That's a new one.
I can't do that yet.
Okay, back to Razorback. We lost a lot of pets. Let's resummon all of them. And we killed the enemy. Okay, so I think all the pets need a bit of a leveling up, which was part of the plan anyway. Let's see, anything here that's a good upgrades? Some scavenged plating. Sweet, that's a bonus to armor. And a bonus on acid damage, though very minor as it is. Let's see, this is an armor bonus. Let's see, there was something that was weak on armor, the feet, boots. So if we put armor in that one, then now our lowest part is the shoulders and the arms, of which the shoulders, arms, no, only the legs are they're the only parts that don't have something socketed in them yet. So I'll probably need to find better items for the other sockets. Or craft them. Whichever is more convenient or comes first. Okay, once again, a dead end. This is starting to look like it's just going to be a full clear of the entire dungeon. Which is good for loot and experience. I'm very happy I didn't decide to go after this entire dungeon previous episode, that I actually went for the apprentice first. Yeah, we can back through here and there. Hi, oop. There respawn. Or did I just miss him? Probably just didn't get here, but explored half of the room from the other side. Okay, let's double back to explore that a little bit. Just to have that done. Hey, insectoids, rift swarms, and spiders. And we knocked through the wall, also fine. That's pretty darn cool. Secret room. Dreadweave Matriarch. Interesting bit here is that there is no map, of course, of a secret room. So it's hard to see if I actually did a full clear or not. There's another room up there, it looks like. But first let's grab all the loot, then at least I have that one done. Okay, what's up here? And we can just knock through the door or the wall. Yeah, okay. So there's possibly other ways through as well. There's a room in the middle here, for example. And all of this makes me wonder if there's not a convenient way through to the other side. No, it looks like I actually have to walk around here. Okay, there's just solid rock behind. Solid rock. More spider webs. And this is a lucky guess. But room with the ornate strongbox. Okay, a wand and a sacrificial knife. That's quite my style. Ichor, more ichor, of course, another bottle of ichor. Polished emeralds, that's another thing that goes into armor. Or jewelry. Always good to get more stats and more armor. Alright, and we resume our quest to find more hidden rooms, or just more rooms in general, I suppose. We haven't been down here yet. Hey, look, zombies. For a change. Give them a tornado. That was a level up, that's also very convenient. Briar's Thorn is all off by himself over there. And again, I'm not going to argue with results. And the upside of the pets is that they are resummonable. And so far they are sturdy enough that whatever cooldown they got doesn't really matter. Also, this wall looks like I can knock through it. A bunch of zombies behind them. Searing Ember. Oh, and more crates to knock over. Burning zombies. Pretty nice wave of destruction that's coming off of here. See, that's the room. Okay. Okay, that's just a path. Door. Check. Right, let's go into the zombie room before the minions kill everything. See, I have to say it's interesting playing what's basically a caster. A summoner, but a heavy armor, big two-handed sword. That's atypical, style-wise. I like it. Okay, we know this part of the dungeon is completely clear, so there's only one bit left. Flesh Warden Butcher. Okay, this does not look very healthy. Very much not healthy. That's a very, very strong bunch of poison down there. Okay, it's only that room though, it doesn't seem to spread. This is good, doesn't seem to turn me into a zombie either. Also very good. Interesting turn of events if it was actually a plot event that you turn into a zombie and after that the whole approach to the game changes. Towns would view you as an enemy. Life mechanics might even work differently because, well, healing zombies is a bit weird. With most of the world settings, if you heal a zombie, that actually damages them. Because they are not really alive and all that good stuff. Okay. Okay, so we did a clear of that. There's a bit up there, and I don't think we've explored the bottom row yet. Okay, holy moly, I've been at it for half an hour already. Well, I have to catch up a little bit for the last episode, of course, but really hope the Warden shows his face soon. There's a staircase down there with the one door. Another portal. Interesting. Underground transit rift. Okay, so we murderize this room and then that's it for this episode. The next episode we'll actually have to discover what's up with the Warden. Anything interesting down here? A bit of a bolt off section. But there are some exits. So. Okay, well that's safe enough for now. So back to Devil's Crossing. Okay, so this episode ran a bit longer than before, but made a pretty good amount of progress nonetheless. So once again, thank you very much for watching and I hope to see you again soon. Bye bye.